Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person.
Simon, would that look like him decide to take up more than what him can manage my people? Based on what I see go on, this about half bag of sand. You know, half bag of sand heavy. That are way near to probably 200 pounds, my people. And him no look like a man who can lift more than 30 pounds. You see it? Based on how me see him look, I think him would look like how the Spanish town me and Norman Scott supposed to feel. You see it? As we have seen at the Gleaner, where they are stating that the judge ordered him to get fingerprint. And it's from an incident when happened on election day where him seems to him and a woman get caught up in some wranglings, a JLP woman, and it seems as if she's saying that he assaulted her and so forth. And in her court, as we said, them order him fingerprinted, my people. So check out a bit of what the lady has said and let's move on.
They let us give it 5 minutes, they did score the station, which spoke to him 35 minutes. I asked them to let him know and not create any problems, because the one thing that happened when the officer decided to come around. A police officer was there, he tried to push my father and I raised my hand to say to him, please hit me. As soon as I raised my hand, Mr. Scott hit me in the face, my glasses fell to the ground and it was broken.
Say my people, that a go on pan what a go on, and most definitely not a good look on the mayor side. But nonetheless, we have to, move on and speak on some other things. Well, that's where the likes of Mr. Vegas put out a rather lengthy statement, around the whole Singjay topic, my people, saying. So this is what Mr. Vegas said on Facebook. Singjay is an artist who has the ability to sing well and DJ skillfully. The title was not bestowed on any artist until the late 90s/2000 era of reggae and dancehall music. Previously, an artist would be labeled a singer or a DJ, even if such artist was gifted in delivering both models. Recently, the title Singjay has found its way on many industry practitioners' lips because of an interview that was done by Mr. Vegas, in which he declared that prior to his arrival on the music scene in 1998, there was no category for Singjay. The statement was not taken kindly by reggae artist Little John. The mud-up artist interpreted what Mr. Vegas said as a violation to his creation of Singjay, therefore directed a venomous warning to Mr. Vegas. He chides the Edzai artist or the Edzai singer to stay out of his Little John lane. Interestingly, on several interviews, Little John posited that he won Singer of the Year in 1980 and he is a singer. Saying such, one may conclude that there is a deeper underlying issue. If so, an honest conversation must be had. With that said, the attention that is placed on Singjay is not necessarily a bad thing. However, artists who mix singing and DJing would have to accept that he or she is not an outright singer or DJ. And this may be difficult to arrive at because artists such as Barrington Levy would have to embrace the title Singjay as what he does musically. That I believe will be viciously rejected because Barrington Levy is a world-renowned great reggae singer. As a matter of fact, the title Singjay is not internationally recognized. And he would have gone on and say, however, the title Singjay should become globally recognized. It would be a tumultuous task to decide who has been the most accomplished or impactful Singjay. Yu Madu, Ika Mouse, Ainika Mosey, Barrington Levy, Tenasa, Half Pint, Cocotti, Pinchers, Courtney Melody, Tanya Stevens, Mr. Vegas, Mavado, Junagang, Popcorn, Chronix, and others as tremendously impacted the music industry with their unique sound. And him would go on and say, in summary, the title Singjay, if it's a real thing, should not be confined to any one artist. Reggae and dancehall has many unique sounds. Music is heavenly, universally made. No one owns it. The body houses a vocal box that has many different characteristics. In 100 years, someone as great as Whitney Houston or Celine Dion may have come to the earth and blessed the inhabitants with a voice of an angel. As Dennis Brown would say, stop the fighting so early in the morning. So that is the likes of Mr. Vegas giving his viewpoints and opinion on the whole Singjay thing, my people. You get me answer? And he's stating that Little John was proudly saying that he won Singer of the Year and he was a singer. So him not really understand where the big commotion is about and why I'm really a say. And you don't know whether hear the opinions of many other peoples, but at the end of the day, as I said, this is a argument that put forward by Mr. Vegas. Not sure if you don't have anything to say, but you don't know, you're welcome to leave in the comment section. And also we have a hilarious so-called interview with Demarco, my people. But I may have to laugh when I see it and say I may have to share it. So Demarco is basically, joining in that goat argument. You get me I say? But Demarco is basically saying that he's not a goat. He would have more see himself as a cow. When I see it, I have to laugh. He have to explain it, my people. Check it out.
Marco, how are you, sir?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me. Wish I could have done this interview much sooner, but, life been lifing.
Well, they say nothing happens before it's time. So, as a goat.
Stop. Stop 1 second, please.
What happened?
Do not call me that word.
What, goat?
Brother, I said don't call me that word.
You are a goat.
Sir, I am not a goat.
Then what are you?
Don't call me a goat. I am a cow.
Cow?
Yes, cow. Yes. If you never know what cow mean the chosen one's will.
Okay.
Okay? I am the unstoppable force of destiny.
Wow.
Yes. So, next time, don't do that when you see me.
My apologies.
And I'm saying this. No, I'm saying that to say this. Listen, you're listening carefully?
Yes, I am.
Listen carefully.
I am listening.
Say them a goat, me a cow. Them a then, me a now. Another me or meow. Bad mind, move, you blow out. Hear that? Cow.
Okay.
You can proceed with your interview now.
There you have it. The cow.
Don't do that again.
Okay, sorry. There you have it. The cow.
Jaja know my people. Boy, Demarco, a real sample man in here. You see it. One time Demarco and I think Richie Feelings and some others did have a program. I don't know them stop that program there on YouTube. That program was really funny. I don't really remember where it name and so forth. But that would have shut up even in a them time. You get to me, I say I hope on a time them consider building back something like that. You see it? Yeah, man. But outside of that, my people would have seen more flagging a forward Vybz Cartel way from Happy Wife Club. In our previous blog, we see Happy Wife Club flag the baby mothers and spouse of Vybz Cartel. You get to me, I say, yeah, man. And basically, at this moment, she is stating that everything that Vybz Cartel do with him baby mothers, he have to tape it and put it on the internet. And she have a major problem with that. I want you to take a listen to what she said.
The feds are going to...
This is must a part of the financial arrangement. That for me to take care of you girls, every time I sleep with you, the whole world have to know. I don't know what kind of a relationship that an adult would have, that every woman that you take to bed, you post it on social media for the world to see. This make no sense. I have never seen anything so gross in my entire life. That every woman that this young man take to bed, it must be recorded, post up, so that everybody in the world can see. Why these women agree to such disrespect and abuse? Why? Because they're cheap and don't want to work.
So yeah, my beautiful people, that is the likes of Happy Wife Club. Not sure what are your thoughts and your views. If you don't agree with what she has said, I don't feel like she should mind her own business. And also, we see where the likes of Miss Kitty. Yeah, man, we that's where Miss Kitty seemingly respond back to the likes of Rosealee and certain other ones where some people that consider as degenerates on the internet. You get to me? I say, yeah, man, you know, the other day we that see Rosealee come out after Miss Kitty did make some speech. In my view, Miss Kitty never really say nothing bad. But you don't know when Miss Kitty talk, them always say she a hype on them and, you know, she go on like she more educated and more cocky than everybody else and all of that. So, you know, she get a bag of backlash. To which, to me, in my view, should have basically a respond to and I say, you know, ones out here are glorified dunces and ones out here are try to program people and tell people what fi say and how fi say and who fi address and all of them things, them people. I wanted to take a listen to what Miss Kitty is saying and a good reasoning as well. I don't know how the thing go. Check it out.
Let them. Sometimes it's funny how people try to demonize strangers, others, except those who are in their beds, except those who gave birth to them, except those who are constantly around them, and except the man or the woman in the mirror. Because it is easier to displace or to project your lack, your inefficiencies, your discontentment on others than actually look at who is in the mirror. We all have scope for growth and everybody can grow and change. But sometimes you need some jolting. But I also understand that there are many people who they've never had any kind of adult supervision. It's like from them born, them are grow themselves, them raise themselves, them just, you know, they on them own pretty much, right? They've never really had that adult covenant around them. So they've been on their own, so they're not amenable to when people speak to them. So when you speak to them to get better or to do better, they see it as an attack. Let me say this unequivocally. Nobody with an absent or underdeveloped prefrontal cortex can address me at no time. At no time. Some of you will always support what is wrong because you don't have the backbone and the fortitude to stand up for what is right. And that is why many of you are where you are. And that is exactly nowhere. Nowhere. I'm a woman of principle and value. And my principles alone don't matter, you know. Everybody has their own yardstick and measurement. But wrong will never be right. And some of you are mere wagonists, spineless amoebas, looking for a quick fix and a quick like. Sad for you, I love myself. I'm sure of myself. Born and bred with resilience, tenacity. Wrong will never be right. Nobody with an absent or diminished or underdeveloped prefrontal cortex cannot address me. The way some of you have, and you know, it's like how to direct some of you and want to direct and tell people where to talk and who to talk. Someone do not even have a bird paper all know, and you want to dictate to people who should talk where and when and what. And that is what, and that is why the dunceness, the toxicity and the negativity continues to permeate our society, not just social media, but everywhere. Because you know what? The good and well-thinking people have all just decided to stay back, say nothing and let the rest of them gallop with the narrative. Because nobody know nobody done them, nobody know nobody drag them, nobody know nobody come for them. There are some things I wish I could just say. If you only knew, you know, sometimes you wish you could have just say the things them the way they really are. Sunday, you understand what I say? I just wish you could have said certain things if you could understand certain things. George Orwell said it best in his novel Animal Farm. All animals are equal, but there are some that are more equal than others. You ever notice the hierarchy in some institutions, be it corporate entities, businesses, right? That there are some employees, though we work at the same place, you don't have access to certain places. So you might be a line staff, you are not up on the ladder, the corporate ladder at all. You may have access to floor 1, but you don't have access to level 6. There's a difference between going viral and adding value. I add value and enrich the lives of people with whom I come into contact. But I've also realized that some people, you just have to let them. Some of you don't know better because you're coming from the same and you are the same. And because you don't want to elevate your mind and what is expected of you, then you carry on in the same vein. But then again, you can't carry on in the same vein because some of you have nobody to let down. You have nobody to disappoint. You have nobody who look up to you, nobody who really and truly gonna feel some type of way if you say certain things or, you know, carry yourself a certain way. So really and truly, they're like a buffalo soldier. You're just out there like a Lego beast and you can just, you know, do what you want to do. It's funny how it is so convenient for persons to classify persons as enough when it is convenient. So was I enough when I took it upon myself to give the young lady a scholarship the other day so that she could go to law school? Was that enough? Because I didn't really see that anywhere. So it is convenient that when somebody puts the word accountability in front on a face, because you don't hate being accountable and don't want to be held accountable, you try to spin the narrative with a crayfish brain. Sick. Was it enough when I graduated 14 students from the university out of my own money? I work hard, I pay them school fee, because my sister them have ambition, my sister them have drive. I see that they want to make a difference in their family. I've helped many persons. Was I enough? Guess what? Sometimes enough is what you have to be in life in order to achieve, in order to strive, in order to climb the ladder of success. Some of you aren't too little. That is why you can't succeed, you can't get the promotion, because you're too little. Am I too enough, or are you too afraid? When I look friend and company, I'm fine. My friends and family, we're fine. So when you talk about enough, who are you referring to? Someone from when I was growing up, when wasn't able to have a voice. And so because you were so shut down and you grow shut down now, go over there, sir, box in your face, go. So because you never had a voice, as a child, as an adult, it is hard for you to advocate for yourself and represent what you think and how you feel and what you stand for. Because a lot of you are just spineless and want to just go with the fray and go with the wind and go with the flow, because that is what everybody else is doing. Because you're afraid of being accountable, because accountability means taking account for my actions, actually changing, actually growing, actually trying to elevate, and actually saying, you know what, Jano Star, me used to do that for true, you know. I told Miss Kitty attack still. Yeah. For real. Yeah. That's the truth, yeah, man. I understand what she says still. It might cut a little way, but the truth. We all have to be held accountable. But some of you are disgusting lowbites. And so at the end of the day, as I said, you fuel the destruction of those that you claim to like. And then, because there are many who don't have the equanimity of mind or the perception to say, Jano Star, you know, say, are the truth and are the right. Yeah. You take it up and only can't bring no money argument to me, you know that. You know that. You know that, don't? I'm not the one nor the two. You know that. If I come here and I say I'm playing a match, I didn't even plan to play a match. I don't know. But me see them, me and very cool, you know. It's just a thing. But as Mel Robbins said, let them. Some of you, I realize, you're okay with celebrating your favorite scammer. You're okay with celebrating your favorite drug dealer. You're okay with celebrating your favorite prostitute. But as soon as somebody mentions their education, or don't even mention it, but because have it up in on a craw, or want to use people's achievement or their education against them. Listen, if everybody could have turned lawyer, Norman Manley would be overflowing. And if everybody could have turned lawyer, why aren't you a lawyer? Why are you pitting a lawyer? Maybe life done upon you and your time done and you can manage that again. But you're pitting them, your uncle, your auntie. I don't know if anybody could have turned doctor and neurosurgeon. How come the hospital them now overflow and the places are overflow just so? Again, all degrees may be equal, but there are some more equal than others. Go do it then. Since everybody can just be a lawyer, go do it. Go. Just do it. Why not do it? Do that and beat me. Just do it. Don't talk about it. Just do it. If everybody can do it, and you know, I don't know. Just do it. Me couldn't manage medicine, so big up to all doctors, big up to all nurses. Me couldn't manage it, none at all. And one thing I've come to realize is that even the people who have money and who have all the money in the world, one thing I always hear them stress to their children, me never get no education, you know, me want you get an education. So why is it that we live and on here or among in our societies where I see them do this a lot, right? You try to small up education, like education is nothing. A lot of the people who have money and they may not have education, they always want their children to go to the best schools. So the best, either prep school or a top primary school. They want them children to go to college. They want them children to go to university. They want them children to do that. So if then education is not important at all, and it don't really matter, why don't you take your children out of school? Why do you have them in school? Why do you have them in school? And why do you want them in the best schools? Because you'll hear some people say, oh, me don't want my pitney go out at the school there. Or me don't want my pitney go out at the school there. Why don't you take them out of school? And since, by your account, education is nothing. Because even if you're street smart, you may still need somebody who has a certain level of education to sort out your business. So for example, you're street smart and you can start a business, but you may still need an accountant. You think an accountant just happens out of thin air? You may still need an attorney. You may still need a doctor. So with all your money that you have, you still need people who are educated around you so that your business or your entity can function. I see some people who, as a matter of fact, I don't know. The people who hype up, it just befuddles my brain, but I understand it. I understand it. And reading Mel Robbins this weekend, as you know, as there, you know, and I was sitting by the lake, and I say, you know, I'm taking a book here, and I go and relax and I go and read, you know. And I say, wow, it's so funny. Someone who come on social media every day and brag, I look good, and it's all about my looks. I'm a shape good, and you know, my tight and whatever else, you know, other attributes you big up, and it's fine. But then it's like wet art. When I say, yo, I look good and my hot girl, I look good and my brown and I look good and my tight, I'm a shape good and. But as soon as somebody, but nobody's offended by that. But as soon as somebody says I'm educated, or I have 85 subjects, or I have 13,000 subjects, everybody gets in their feelings. Why? I just don't understand. You brag every day if you look good, and it's fine if you look good and you think you look good, no problem. You shape good and you know, wear something gear on, I'm a man, boy, it's fine. But why do you take offense to when somebody speaks about their education? And sometimes people are not even talking about their education. It is your lack. Why you hear it and you see demons where there are none. They are talk, but not about education. And even if I'm talking about it, I'm supposed to talk about it. Because I may earn it. I may work for it. I may never have to do it. But because I wanted more for myself, I may go do it. So if people can brag about their ill-gotten gains, if people can brag about what their orifices have given to them, why people can't talk about what their brain has given to them? When you quick to say, oh fat, and oh ugly, and oh this, and oh shape bad, and whatever. Okay, alright, you shape good, thank God. Alright, you pretty, thank God. Right? Your nose straight, thank God. Oh my God, your ear long, thank God. So if some, and that is your ticket in life. Oh, my shape good, oh, my look good, I'm cute, oh, Bobby, hey. Okay, you do all of that. So if somebody now talks about their education, which is their thing then, why do you take offense to it? You don't take offense to it. You're envious and covetous. And you wish you had it. That is it. So when you think about the lack of it, and you feel some type of way that you don't have it, when people talk about looks, it don't bother me. Me look good. Me not care what nobody wants to say or think. When people talk about shape, it don't bother me. It don't bother me. When them talk about the money, it don't bother me. That's neither here nor there to me. But so many of you, I find, you're so offended. And as I said, it's funny, the things that you guys take your phones and try to do a monologue about. Because the other day, when I gave the young lady, she came on here and she asked for my help, and I gave her my help. You never click your phone and talk about that. So boy, Miss Kitty, you really know you ever champion education, you know, and you always help poor people still, know you ever help people elevate themselves, and yeah, you have a psychological problem. You have a psychological problem. And as I tell you now, the demon sometimes that is in your life is the person that you're sleeping with, or the person that gave birth to you, or the ones in your family. Even if you have a business and you have a mint of money, you still may just need somebody educated around you. For some people, education is not about the money. For some people, education is about self-actualization. They always wanted to be a nurse, or they always wanted to be an accountant. They always wanted to be an engineer. They always wanted to be a lawyer. They always wanted to be a doctor.
So yeah, my beautiful people, that is reasoning from Miss Kitty, and my argument as it relates to all of this is simply, when it comes on to Miss Kitty have to just understand, say, based on fear status and how she operates, she have to just know, say, when she come out, she just tell them people where I tell them. I get to me and say, you have to respond to them, because say, out there run already. So you have to just kind of, even though Miss Kitty would have burn out bullying, you have to just kind of operate on a bully style where you just know, say, and me I tell you what me I tell you. Me no want to hear nothing from you. Me no care what una say, because una say is of no significance. Either clout or una just a try to level up, or una just a talk a bunch of gibberish. But as some me see it out here, if you I go tell them where I tell them and expect say yes, them I go just get it and calm see and whatever, it not go work. You see, them man I go run out and claim them a clap back and challenge and whatever. You don't know out here, it just have a sound entertaining in it. They have to make no sense or whatever. You get to me and say, so at the end of the day, as me say, that is just my view. My view simple. To me and Miss Kitty, me just know say, me I tell you know what me I tell you. Me no business what uno want to say. Me not listen nothing what uno want to say. You get to me and say, yeah, uno out here I put whatever it is, business or whatever upon the internet, and just like everybody else, me I criticize it, and yeah, me no business but what I say. And so you have to deal with some of them people. Yeah. But big up on yourself and bless up on yourself. I don't know all the things. I'll catch another one, my people. I'm out.